have a lot of Islamic books out there, but Sister Reem here is one of the pioneers. I remember, and when I always talk, a lot of you guys in the community know I'm always talking about how amazing Atlanta is. But the reason why Atlanta is and was so amazing is because of sisters like Sister Reem that we have here. So today, without I can go on with compliments, but I do want to go ahead and start the story time. Today she's going to be reading as Lailah's Lunchbox, and this is one of those award-winning books. So I'm just going to read down the list of the awards. So it got the 2019 Daybreak Children's Picture Book Award, recognizing Muslim women's contributions to literature. Notable social studies trade book for young people, 2016. A cooperative project for the National Council for the Social Studies and the Children's Book Council, featured book of the month for the Anti-Defamation League, American Library Association Notable Book for Children 2016, Skipping Stones Honor 2016, International Literacy Association Choices Reading List. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair for joining us. This is such an honor. I'm really looking forward to you sharing this with our community. And throughout, as Sister Reem is reading the story, you guys can go ahead and continue sending us questions on the chat. And towards the end, after she's done reading the story, we can go ahead and answer any questions you may have for her, inshallah. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to Sister Reem, and you'll see her reading the book, the physical copy, and we'll also have a screen share of the book.
Yes, and that was a really good. Thank you for the warm welcome and naming all the awards. When I actually started writing, I sent this story to a lot of different publishers, and not all of them said yes. Only one publisher said yes. So, if you're writing, just keep trying because your book can win awards. But in the beginning, it takes a lot of work to make your story become a book. Okay, so I'll begin. Thank you, Solvi, for the welcome. My book is Lailah's Lunchbox in a Ramadan story. I'm the author, and it's illustrated by Lea Lyon, and have special permission from Tilbury House Publishers to read this book to you today. Okay, let's begin. Solvi, oh, yes, I was just going to look for the screen. And the next page, this one is dedicated to my family and my daughters. And I think Salvi's just turning the next page so you all can see it too, inshallah. Oh, yes, perfect. We won't be needing this for a while, said Lailah's mother, hanging up Lailah's lunchbox. Imagine, I won't be eating lunch for a month, replied Layla with a twirl. I won't have to pack lunch for a month, said her mom with a bigger twirl. The year before, Layla had wanted to fast with her best friends, Hind and Ishrat, during Ramadan, but Layla's mom had said she was too small. Remembering that, Layla stopped twirling. She missed her friends. Moving from one continent to another had been hard. On the map in her atlas, North America and the Middle East were 10 inches apart, but in real life, she was so much farther away. She knew the sign by the highway said, Peachtree City. You love to call it home, but she didn't agree with the sign. Abu Dhabi still felt like her home. The next morning, before sunrise, Layla's mom gently nudged her. Layla, she whispered, Sehri time. Layla chomped on her chocolate chip pancakes with her eyes closed. Delicious, she said. Come, let's pray now, said her mom. After Sehri, Layla snuggled back in her bed until her mom woke her up again, this time for school. As she left the house, her mom handed her a note. Layla, please give this note to your teacher. Without her lunchbox to carry, Layla's fingers felt extra free and swingy. She felt so light, she skipped to the school bus stop. Yes. On the school bus, she read her mom's note. Dear Mrs. Penworth, this will be Layla's first time fasting for the month of Ramadan, so it's an exciting time for us. Please excuse Layla from lunch for this special month. Thanks, Mrs. Malik. Layla didn't feel so bouncy anymore. What if her teacher didn't know about Ramadan? no one else would be fasting with her. She folded the note into a teeny tiny square and she hid it in her book bag. So I usually ask the children who are here, do you think Layla's going to give her teacher the note or do you think she's going to keep hiding it? I wonder. Layla walked slowly to her class. Her throat felt dry all morning. When lunchtime arrived, she still hadn't given her teacher the note. Layla, did you forget your lunch? Asked Mrs. Penworth. Layla opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. Samantha volunteered, I'll share my lunch with Layla. Mrs. Penworth shook her head. Thank you for the offer, Samantha, but Layla, please get a sandwich from the cafeteria. And if you're fasting, you might know that just like Layla, your throat might feel dry all morning. Layla followed her classmates to the cafeteria. Layla, do you want some of my cream roll? Asked Anna. Layla thought of telling her that she was fasting, but she didn't think anyone at her school knew about Ramadan. No thanks, she started to say. I didn't bring my. Are you sure? Asked Anna, unwrapping the cream roll. Layla watched the cream roll get smaller and smaller, and she didn't feel so sure. Cream rolls were her favorite. She looked away. Her nose still smelled